Nope.
Come on.
Balls and strikes. Plenty.
Everything's a strike.
You better. You belong. These are strikes. This thing almost hit you for this thing to be a ball. We're
not learning about OBP when you're 10.
Control all the mound. You better be playing for ground balls.
Good stuff. I still think. Come on, Nick. What would it take? One day, he's like, I'm not going. Like, not great at pretending to want to do something if he doesn't want to do it.
I know where they stand.
It's not even an insult.
I'm just like, I am physically incapable of feigning interest. I cannot fake it.
Does that come? But that's a problem sometimes, I bet.
Yep, it'd be easier to. There are situations where it would be easier for me to just pretend, but I can't do it.
How about this real quick? Sorry. Someone says there's a league in the Northeast that if a parent gets tossed out of the game for chewing out an up, they're required to suit up and umpire 3 games before the parent's allowed to be back at the game as a parent, as a fan.
They have to suit them up.
Hey,
like,
you
put
think
on
you
their
can
pads?
do better? You think you can do better?
They have to do it.
Beautiful. You're gonna bitch about me umpiring. You get to do 3 games before you're allowed to come back as a fan.
Exactly. You got to I forgot someone's ketchup.
All right, coming up next, though, we'll get to the random question of the day. And Tyreek Hill, he's going to do all the talking for everybody around that Germany game against the Chiefs.
You're listening to Cody and Gold, brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete. For asphalt, concrete, and parking lot maintenance, Gann Asphalt and Concrete. One contractor, all things parking lot. Trusted in Kansas City since 1994. Online at GANNasphalt.com. Subscribe and download all new episodes of Nick's Wavin' in the Wheat podcast, released every Thursday on the 435 podcast network and the Odyssey app.
Man, if you've been listening to the allergy season has been giving me fits for the last month or so. Luckily, it doesn't impact my vision or it doesn't impact me itching my eyes because I don't have contacts or glasses anymore. And years ago, I had to deal with not putting in contacts on certain days because the season was just going to be problematic for me. That's not a problem anymore. It hasn't been a problem for 2 years thanks to my friends at DuraVision. So, yeah, I still have allergies, but I'm not wearing contacts because with LASIK, I don't need them anymore. I just wake up and see with my own 2 eyes, and it makes the spring, fall way easier for me on a daily basis. I trusted DuraVision because, well, they're the best in Kansas City. They've performed 65,000 correction procedures, and they're making the process for that free consultation even easier. Maybe you can't make it into their offices. They're conducting consultations surely now as well over Zoom. You just got to call them, 913-491-3330, or go on to DuraVision.com and tell them go get you.
Hey, this is Rex with KC Real Estate Buyers, and I buy houses for cash. If you own a property in the Kansas City or surrounding area and want to sell it fast and at a fair price, grab a pencil. I'm going to give you a very important phone number in 40 seconds. I'm a private real estate investor. I live right here in KC, and I can pay cash in your timeline. Here at KC Real Estate Buyers, we are moving Kansas City one house at a time. I buy inherited houses, vacant houses, foreclosure houses, behind in payment houses. My tenant will pay rent houses and properties that need complete rehabs. Do you want to have a house and want to sell it fast? Call me 330-6000, 6000, or go to rexbuyskc.com, and I look forward to working.
This is Royal Hall of Famer Mike Smith. The Royals and the Foundation are teaming up with Blue Cross Blue City to recognize outstanding high school sport coaches through the Blue KC Coaches with Character program. We'll recognize 6 coaches as a Blue KC Coach with Character. Each honoree will receive a Royals VIP pack nominated in high school coach. Go to seeyouinthemajorleague.org/BlueKC.
Kansas Catbackers, don't miss Party with the Cats on Wednesday, May 4th at at the theater in the park at Shawnee Mission Park at 7710 Renner Road. Doors open at 5. The program is at 6:30. Joint coach of the Big 12 champs, Chris Kleiman. Basketball's Rodney Perry. Alumni Association President Amy Button-Renz. Student athletes, K-State Cheer and Willie the Wildcat. There will be food and beverage trucks. No reservations needed. Call 620-755-0978 for details. We'll see you May 24th in Kansas City. Go Cats.
Hey, it's Josh Klingler. You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But inflation and recession has you wondering if all your hard-earned equity will still be there. What if you could recession-proof your equity right now? You can with Truehold. Truehold will buy your home for its best current value before a recession can erode it. You get to bank all the cash now and live in your home for as long as you want. And Truehold covers all property taxes, insurance, repairs, and maintenance. And since Truehold pays your home's current value in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't wait for inflation, recession, and interest rates to erode your home's value. Visit Truehold.com and discover how much Truehold will buy your home for today, based on its best current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without having to move. That's Truehold.com.
Hello, I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. I'm so proud that we've helped over 15,000 businesses claim over $5 billion in cash incentives. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. Every client is assigned a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to accurately determine eligibility. Innovation Refunds has hundreds of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot and Google, and your business might be entitled to receive up to $26,000 of all types can qualify, medical, professional, and nonprofits. Please don't miss out on this. Even your doctor would tell you to get an expert second opinion, and we do a lot of work for doctors. Download the Innovation Refund now to get refunds. Eventually get a payroll tax refund of $6,000 per employee. Get refunds.com. Get refunds.com.
Meet Joe A,
Hi.
Joe B,
Hello.
and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting banking with Chase. Joe A is logging his lost debit card with the Chase Mobile. Joe ride with autosave, and Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Subscriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price fair.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
The Set Sports Radio phone line is brought to you by Onder Law Injury Lawyers. Visit GetJim.com.
Chiefs covered on 610 is brought to you by Park and Go. Book Park and Go.
Getting ready to go on vacation can be stressful. Lucky for us, there's Park and Go. Easy online reservation, instant shuttles, luggage assistance, and all spots are covered. Here's today, parkandgo.com. The best deals in airport parking. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
Anybody else like step out of their house or apartment this morning and you're like, it was like electrical fire or something? I didn't know what it was. If you live in South KC, maybe.
That's a negative.
But he lives in...
Yeah, Nick is actually, I'm surprised Nick didn't smell. I guess he's a little bit further east than I am. I let the dog out, and I was like, what? You could definitely tell, like that electrical burning smell. We've all smelt it before or whatever. It turns out there's some big industrial fire at some metal recycling place.
Nice.
Yeah, filling the air with black smoke. There's now an air quality warning.
But now, less trash.
From Johnson. From Johnson County. But yeah, that's why, if you're wondering why does it smell, that's the reason for it. Multiple news outlets reporting that today. Makes more sense because I was very confused. I was like, is somebody's apartment on fire?
Anytime it's like 2023 and there's like a fire at a place like this, I'm like, it's always then a good reminder to be like, man, how did a whole city burn down in the 1900s? I'm like, they don't even have technology. Your city went up. We can't even put out a fire now. It's been 100 years later. because some are just too big.
Yeah, someone says working out still going on, so that smell's not going away anytime soon.
You gonna be following this? You gonna get some updates?
Following it?
Well, I mean, this is
when I stop smelling
it's
it.
the
It's
second
good to
or
go.
third mention this electrical fire today. Seems like
Not
you're
on
on
the
top
show.
of it.
I mentioned on the show till now.
But in person,
to you
today.
Yeah. Well, I smelled it when I walked the house today.
And you see it?
Hey, look, air quality updates, weather updates.
Mark, terrible smell.
Jed, thank you for the update.
Let us know when it's out.
Send us a text. What's it like? Can you breathe or not today?
Send us a short video. Current air quality outside your home.
The video, I don't need it.
Why not?
On Twitter now, if you're a Twitter Blue subscriber, we'll let you upload a 2-hour video. So send Cody a bunch of 2 hours.
You see what happened with that?
Yeah, people are putting full.
Somebody put the
events.
no, not just someone put the Mario Brothers movie, like when it was still in theaters, out at 14 million views
Someone put the
before
whole Super Bowl up.
Yeah, before the people regulate Twitter because they don't have many. Those 14 million views in the. Like, maybe the entire Super Mario Brothers movie shouldn't be on Twitter. Available for everyone in high definition.
So Twitter Blue paid for it, but who wants to? Why does anybody need up to 2 hours? I mean, like, what's the real reason for that? They also want you to send audio messages. What's Twitter trying to become?
A dating app. They want you to date someone. When you met on Twitter, what's your rule on that?
How would that work?
I mean,
have I ever had someone slide into my DM? Absolutely.
We're aware of that.
Yeah,
We've had that conversation on the show.
Yeah.
But would you actually go on a date with them?
Depends on who the person.
Okay, so that's not a no. He's open to it,
is.
Nick.
But that's my answer to any other. Like you said, would you go on a date with someone on who the person is? I went on a date last. Let's see, what was that? Friday? No.
We've drawn some hard lines in the sand. You said
Saturday.
no smokers. You said you'd have a hard time dating someone named Alex. These are
What about with someone DM me?
Yeah.
Well, we get time. That's probably what I would think it is.
Well, what if they were?
Because it turns out, I don't know.
No date, just like in the parking lot of a cheesecake factory.
A parking
You
lot.
ever had sex in a car?
I have not, actually.
Well, I mean, would you start now?
That's Cody. Definitely a yes from Nick. I just saw the look on Nick's face. That's an automatic. Definitely done that.
In fairness, I assume most of society has.
I'm not. I don't think it's a majority of society.
51%?
Hey, hold on. Over the last week, we've run 2 polls to get the truth. Run a third.
How many people have had sex in a car?
Have you? Just very simple. Have you in a car? Yes or no?
Negative.
We found out that crunchy Cheetos are better than puffy.
Am I allowed to put that on the poll?
Yes.
Why not? On your account. Maybe not from the station account.
No.
Maybe not the station account.
From the station account.
I don't know.
All right. You guys are not going to do it.
Yeah, you do it. You have more job security.
We sure about putting this poll out?
Yeah, the poll's fine. I just think you should do it.
You think that this is you think we shouldn't put this out from the station account, is what you're saying?
Yes. No, I think we should.
You don't want to be the person who presses send.
Well, I'm eating right now.
Be honest. That's like Nick, that you don't want to be the person who presses send, and it has nothing to do with the eating.
Mindful, literally.
Yeah, Nick is eating a sandwich or
so
something.
if spec comes in the next 20 minutes, delete something, or it goes away,
there it is. It's out there. Simply from the 610 account. Have you had sex in the car? That's all it's.
Let's get the results.
The fact that you didn't put a question mark on it makes it look like we were hacked.
You didn't even have a question mark.
It's not important. I was just trying to, just get it out there for the world.
So far, 8 votes. 87% say yes. Very late results.
Majority of society, and I hadn't even voted yet.
So we'll get to the random question today. That was not the random question of the day, although it might be now. We'll get to that, I promise, in a little bit. We'll check the poll results throughout the show today, which is now I said yes. So let's take on the Dolphins in Frankfurt. In Tyreek Hill doesn't get the return trip to Arrowhead. I told you I was bummed about that. I think it loses some of the fun trash talk. Well, maybe not, because Tyreek Hill's trying to keep it alive for everybody, even if it's May. His It Needed to Be Said podcast is still around. And
it took a big hiatus during the season after he kept saying some stuff that he had to walk back.
It did, but this is what he had to say the other day about playing the Chiefs in Germany.
I think the biggest question mark for me was why they scheduled us in Germany against the Chiefs, though.
Do you think this was planned so you wouldn't step a foot back at Arrowhead and tear them up on that field?
I definitely think Andy Reid called Roger Goodell and was like, hey, man, we can't let the Cheetah step back onto this field because it's going to be a long day for us. Nah, but for real, though, I really think it was a situation where, like, you can't always send Outback Steakhouse to, like, play in these international games. Sometimes you got to give them Wagyu steak. Giving them the previous MVP of the league, Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, and an up-and-coming team led by Pro Bowl quarterback Tua is a great matchup. You got speed on this team. You got
right on top on that.
Obviously, baby, fans up, baby. Let's get it, man.
The build-up to this game is about to be legendary. I guarantee it's going to be like the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl.
That game is actually at the midpoint of our season, and I bet those international fans are stoked for it, and it's going to be fun.
So he's right about one half. They can't keep putting bad games overseas.
Probably, but he can't help himself.
Claiming Andy stepping in.
We're wondering if there's going to be like, oh, we're going to lose a lot of, at least I was, we're going to lose a lot of the trash talk heading into the game. No, we're not. No, we're not. He's going to make, this is happening in May. Game week when they land in Frankfurt and he does his press conferences, he's going to talk plenty of smack. I can't wait. Can't wait for it. He keeps running his mouth. Can't help himself.
Well, because he's jealous. You want to know the truth? He's jealous. He wanted to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. He was then made the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. But for a team that, while making the postseason, didn't do anything with it because they were short their quarterback. Come the game, they're starting Skylar Thompson, right?
See, that's the key, though, Cody. If this game in Germany, if Tua is not playing, let's say Tua, yeah, you still have the trash talk from trash talk freak. If Skylar Thompson or is Teddy Bridgewater still there? They're probably winning anyway, but yeah.
Maybe it's close. By the way, early results, 111 votes, 84% yes. Majority of Americans, Nick.
Wow.
You know, this is a bigger landslide than Crunchy or Puffy.
People on the text line are asking, though, like, people are wondering more specific detail. You should be asking if certain other acts qualify for this question as well.
I specifically said sex.
Okay. Because I think that might be skewed too.
Oh.
People think maybe, yeah.
You think it's if it
well,
like, that's what, like mouth stuff?
I think that's what's getting plus it.
I hate that so much.
That's exactly right. You are correct. He's right. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the politically correct way to say.
Well, then the question includes if we have to say hand stuff. That's part of this conversation.
Oh boy.
Let's just leave it generic. That's the easiest bet.
Goodness.
Safest bet.
People are responding to the Twitter personal account and said, "Calm down, 6'10". So I said, "Hold on, what?"
Look, we get to the bottom of some of this stuff with our polls on the show. And this is what we needed to figure out today. It's important. Excellent. Arguing like, yeah, Carr's the worst. Like, that wasn't the conversation. The conversation was simply, had you done it? That was it. That was the whole point of the nation. The end. Mm-hmm. Either way, the problem with these games, and I think, here's the thing with the Germany stuff. I actually think they care more about these games than the London ones. Don't you? Don't you get a sense that they think there is a massive potential in Germany that maybe doesn't even exist in London or is already pre-built there? I think they're putting good games there intentionally because it is the second most popular sport in the entire country, next to what is the most popular sport worldwide and in Europe, of course, soccer. So if it's already raised to that level of popularity, they're seeing a huge cash cow that's available to them, and they can't keep sticking Chiefs. Who's the worst team on their schedule this year?
Bears, maybe, honestly.
Bears. Okay, sure. Chiefs, Bears.
It could end up being the Raiders. We'll see. But, yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs, Raiders, Chiefs.
They were never going to send a divisional game overseas anyway. But I get your point. I mean, last year
they should. That at least comes with some juice, too.
But at some point, yes, it changes. But they had 500,000 people on a ticket waiting list last year for the Bucs game.
And we just assume the same thing this year?
I would be stunned if it's not that high of a number again. Yeah.
Neil argument, well, they were thinking that this might be the only time ever to see.
But Patrick Mahomes, I know it was Tom Brady, but Patrick Mahomes, if you're a football fan at all in Germany, you're at least signing up for the waiting list for tickets because you don't know when if you'll ever have a chance to see Patrick Mahomes play in person ever.
Although you might be able to see Patrick Mahomes play in Germany next year.
Maybe. There was a report from that paper that was wrong about everything else.
No, but my guess is to go back to Germany in the next 5 years. Mahomes is probably going to be in the league for 10 years. Maybe you get 3 Germany games, but maybe it's not in your city. Maybe you're a Munich resident, Gold, not a Frankfurt resident. And the next time it's going to be in a different city and not near you. So you got to and it's the same thing we talk about traveling for Chiefs games. Not only do you have to pay for the very outlandish ticket price because it's impossible to get, but in addition to that, you have to travel and get a hotel and do all these extra things versus just be in your city.
We can't play the sounder for it. Let's get to the random question of the day. We can't play a sounder. Nick had to go run to his car. He's not, it's weird. He said after talking about the car, he said he had to go to his car. So I don't know what's going on, but he had to go to his car. So he'll be back in a little bit.
Did he say that to you?
He said, he goes, hey, I got to go. I said, okay. So
did he leave a window cracked?
Okay. Got to go to his car.
For you, Gold. I guess not for Nick, as he has disappeared, and I will have to repeat it for him as he comes back. And for you over in the text line, 913-586-7610. The random question I have for you today was after I was driving around a couple different parts of the city yesterday, I want to know the 1 or 2 spots that you refuse to speed in. Because everyone has a couple that they're like, no way, not here. I'll speed almost anywhere in this city.
Answer for you.
But it's not these 2 spots because I know I'm going to get busted. One is Claycomo, Missouri, which is an area you probably don't drive between. No. But it's a small municipality between where I live now and where I grew up near the Ford plant. And it's a small municipality, always a dangerous area. They've got plenty of cops ready to ticket you. And it seemed like I've gotten pulled over 3 times in Claycomo in my life. I only lived there for 10 years growing up. And still somehow I will not an hour. I'm going 40.
Yeah, any school zone, I don't ever never just any school zone.
We all agree to that.
Yeah. No, I mean I honestly there is a school zone though right by there's one that just there's always a police officer by it. You should speed in a school zone anyway, but there's one that certainly is more patrolled, I will say, than
it's
another.
Always probably means there's been an issue there a few times. I've been able to get some tickets.
I also think there's on 95th and Quivira by Oak Park Mall, there's always police officers. There's there's always if you're up in that area. Someone else says 87th and Lenexa, so yeah, so a little bit further north than what I was talking there.
The outer road on 35 near Pleasant Valley in the Northland too, also a dangerous spot because it's 35 and there's never any traffic on it, and it'd be easy to go 60, and you're like, it's like one of those where you hard not speeding, if that makes sense. Versus let's say Ward Parkway, for instance. Ward Parkway.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'll speed all day. Hey, on it. For clocking, just go the time. God, I rode constantly. I saw 4 cops in 15 years.
I'll say though on state line is the
yes, but I don't speed on that. That's different. Ward Parkway, safe.
A lot of people saying Sugar Creek. Multiple people. Sugar Creek. Someone else says Lake Winnebago. 291. That's an area as well. Nick, you were in here.
Did I miss something?
The random question of the day.
Naming roads.
Yeah, it was the random question of the day, and you told me here. You said you had to go down to your car, which we thought was weird during the poll question.
I had to let our guest in.
I thought you had to go let someone in their car.
Well, Aaron Ladd's
I don't know what you guys were doing.
I thought for a minute.
What are you insinuating?
I thought maybe you left a window cracked, and after this front door incident and all that rain, I was going to laugh if you had left a window cracked.
No, Aaron guest is here. I had to go let him in.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Cool.
Thanks for letting him in.
What is the random question?
Where are the 2 parts in the city that you absolutely, or stretches that you absolutely refuse to speed in?
I never have gotten caught speeding anywhere in Kansas City.
So you will speed anywhere.
Oh, wait.
What is speeding?
Hold on, though. You just because I've never, if you want to play that game, I haven't gotten a speeding ticket in Kansas City either, but it doesn't mean you haven't.
There's a couple spots where you just know.
What is
cops.
Speeding?
What do you mean, what is speeding?
I'm asking for spots you won't speed under any circumstance.
Oh, I mean, for me, you're not going to get pulled over unless you're going more than 5 over.
I don't think you get pulled over going more than 7 over. So I'm always
I said more than 5 over. Yeah.
I'm going 8 over pretty much everywhere all the time.
There is
but you don't think that's speeding?
People mentioning Greenwood.
No, I mean no.
Well, I'm not saying to go. I'm not saying to go 60 in a 45.
No, someone point out.
You can get a ticket going 50.
I'm saying highway or in the city. I am going 8 over at all times. Never have an issue.
Never higher than that.
No, but that's just it. I'm always target over.
Do you set the cruise or you just stick?
If
to
I'm on the highway, I will. Not in the city.
Oh, cruise control on the highway all the time.
I use cruise control more than any.
I
use it on regular all the time.
Oh, boy. Hold on. Wait.
All the time.
The only time I've ever done that is if there's...
I know it's weird, but I'm also just telling you I do it.
So wait, you'll just be on a street that the speed limit is 45, and you will set a cruise control and just...
Yep. Not for 45. Sometimes it might be 50, but yes.
The only time I'll ever do that, if you know there's going to be a cop behind you for a very long time, that's the only time I've ever done it. Where I'll set it right at like 47 and be on cruise the whole time. That's the only time. But you're saying you just do it
constantly.
Anyway. Wow.
All the time, lots of different places. I would say I probably use cruise control more than, you know what? It's just taking one factor out. Just taking one less thing to do. You know, that's all. Just one less thing to do. Not saying it's not. I can't use it 100% of the time. Sometimes traffic dictates that. Obviously, if there's more traffic,
going back to our poll question, they go, you won't get caught if you go speeding, but if you have sex in a car at Lake Jacomo, you will get caught by a ranger.
Oh, really?
That's from the
That's a risk there, huh? Mm-hmm. By the way, the responses to the 610 account.
Oh boy,
everyone's very concerned about our sports radio account asking that question. It's a Friday.
Nick's right. You didn't put a question mark, so it looks like we got hacked.
It looks like we got hacked? The poll results are astronomical, though. It's heavily in favor of yes.
No, WTF kind of question is this from a sports talk show? Someone else says, realize I answered this on the 610 sports page. And
yeah, but funny enough, the guy who said that, what kind of question is this? He said, nah. So he answered. But also, that guy's Twitter name is Warriors 2024 NBA champs, so he's probably
upset still.
He might be a virgin anyway.
He's very upset the Warriors are out.
Because you think the Warriors, because he's already relabeled his Twitter handle for the Warriors' next championship, he thinks next year. By the way, was that right after they got knocked out? When do you think he changed that, Nick? They got knocked out of the playoffs. Like, wow, 2024, man. And here, they got this like massive contract stuff, and he's just like into existence.
Yeah, Texas. That's right. We had U.S. show Dodge Cops, Cody and Gold, back the boys in blue. That's right.
And when they set a speed limit, I follow it within 8 miles an hour.
So you think it's a suggested speed? Yes. Did you do that inside of school zones too? Just going 33 in school zones?
Under.
Someone says in Greenwood, Missouri, again, a smaller town, if you're going 1 over, they'll pull you over. That's just insane.
Are you insane? I got pulled over and we're going 4 over. I just wanted to ask me questions.
What kind? Were you?
Anything, just like sometimes they pull you over because it's a fishing expedition. I think that's what it was.
Did you?
They said you've been drinking.
It was later. It
was later. That's why. Like I was going like 39 and a 35 or whatever.
I think you have to understand that if it's certain times at night,
and they pulled me over drinking.
Certain times at night or if it's on a holiday weekend, they're more likely if you're going 3 or 4 over to pull you over probably.
Claiming, do you think this is right? The text line's never wrong. From the 913, every car manual says there's a 10% variant on the speedometer. Does not issue a ticket?
I've never heard.
7% range?
Most
school's dad was a cop, and 7, I'm thinking about it. 8, I probably will. 9, I'm definitely pulling you over. Because at some point, if it's less than 9, it doesn't go violation. So it costs the department more
to pull you over.
Well, there was
because they can't get you in violation, which is an extra 70.
Well, I got pulled over the highway one time for speeding. Only like 6, but it was a drug trafficker. So they also did not write me.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 times
I wasn't a drug trafficker. You made a face like I was doing.
2 times I got in a speeding ticket. They did knock down, so I didn't have to. The ticket was less. It was a pain in the butt. It was in the middle of Nevada. Couldn't overnight. I had an overnight or whatever. And this was small town in Nevada, the desert.
Small town is always risky.